And now, the Purple Room.
Welcome into the Purple Room, brought to you by Clutch City Cluckers. I am Patricia Caputo, he's David Bartholomew, and we are so excited that you decided to hang with us here today. David, you had an exciting spring break, so tell me a little bit about it.
It's been a while, guys. I'm back. I know y'all missed me. I went to New York. I got there a little early because, I'm from there. I stayed home, got to eat some good food, got to relax, and then I took my stuff, I went to the city, and I met up with some of the other Tiger TV folks for the little college media convention that we went to. Mm-hmm. We also did a tour of ESPN. That was going to ESPN, seeing the pros doing it. It was super cool. Came back with a lot of new ideas, some good experiences, some great connections, which you need in this industry. So it was pretty fun. But I'm back now. I'm excited to get into some sports, some campus, everything.
We are so excited to have you back. I worked for the Savannah Bananas over break. I didn't wear a banana costume like they told me I was going to. I was a little upset about it, but it's all good. We're finally kind of back into the loop of things. And if you're out of the loop because of spring break, we totally understand. We're going to help you get back into the loop, David, as we have What's Going On.
What's going on?
All right, David, let's get right into it with women's basketball today. They will be facing Rice at 3 p.m. in the PMAC. But how far do you think these reigning champions can make it in the March Madness tournament?
Well, as a fan, I'm going to tell you we can make it the full way. We can go all the way. We can run this back. But I feel like realistically we can get to quarterfinals, like semifinals if we really push. I just feel like a lot of pieces had to fall into LSU's favor last year for us to even get here, for us to even get to that national championship. Alexis Morris had to have some huge games. LaDasia Williams had to come up huge towards the end of that season. Angel Reese was on a dominant stretch. Like, she was playing out, and she's still playing like lights out, but it was just insane the first time around. Like, a lot of things had to fall in order for that to happen. We had to get lucky. Those threes from Jasmine Carson were pivotal. It was just the bench was a lot more versatile. I feel like there was just luck. They just played with more luck.
And the bench is something to point out because right now LSU's starters make up 80% of their points for that team, over 80% of points. So who you're going to be able to rely to on the bench is the biggest question. Last year, Poa is expected to play today, according to Kim Mulkey, as of Thursday. But I think that she could be a very great impact on this team. But I don't know how healthy she is, considering she's just coming back from a concussion. But also, it seems a little bit more competitive. They have the Elite Eight that they might have to face Iowa. In the Final Four, they might have to face UConn, maybe even USC. It just seems like it's a little bit harder than last year. And then again, you might have to face South Carolina. Can you really beat them? I'm not sold.
But you know what? I'm not gonna say it's impossible because this team, we've seen this team go through hardships, and we've seen them really finding themselves this year. They lost Kateri Poole early in the season. Samaya Smith went out the whole year with injury, so that surely did something to mess up the team. I mean, it was going through a whole flow. They probably had a rhythm going, and those two things happened. Probably some locker room issues were happening. So it's been a rough season, but we're seeing the role players, the bench players, really start to find their role. Like Janae Kent's been playing some pretty good ball for the team. Last year, Poe was coming in, and she's showing some of that veteran presence when she's on the court. So things can fall into place. I'm not saying it's impossible. Knowing how Kim Mulkey coaches them, knowing how they play, knowing how Angel leads the team, they can definitely go on a run. Basketball is all about runs. If they can just keep scoring, play some defense, Haley Van Lith comes up huge. If she can kind of be this year's Alexis Morris, we can have a run.
Yeah, it just seems that there's a lot of ifs with this team right now. But judging by tonight, that could mean a lot. Whatever happens this afternoon with Rice, it will really show where this team stands. They get 2 home games. It's very important, just like they did last year. And they really need to be able to mold themselves into a team that can go out there and then can win big games that they're going to have to in March Madness.
Basketball is a game of ifs.
You're very right. And
it's March Madness.
Anything could happen in the dance. And speaking of dances, all right, women's basketball will be dancing this afternoon. And if you want to dance tonight, feel free to come to Fred's for Battle of the Bands. That will be hosted by Tiger TV. It will be our fundraiser show, and we will have 6 bands, 1 winner. David and I will be emceeing, which is this the first time you've ever emceed?
Oh, no, I've emceed countless times.
Well, this was
not even a lie either. I've emceed a bunch of times. So
all right.
Once I get in the groove, once I heat up.
All right. Well, what are you most excited for since you've emceed a lot and you're used to it?
Well, what I'm excited for, seeing if we get a huge crowd, turn up. I like interacting with the crowd. We're going to listen to some good music, probably talk to the bands backstage, and I don't know, like seeing all my friends in the crowd. That's fun. I
think it will be fun. This is my first ever Battle of the Bands, so I'm really excited to go and experience it. I'm really excited for Water with Lemon. This is only my 2nd time going to Fred's, and I averaged, I think, 3 Water with Lemons last time, and I plan on doing that again today. So I'm very excited. I mean, it seems over-exaggerated, but I really love Water with Lemon. And I'm excited to MC because I've never done anything like that before. So at least you've done it. You're experienced. I feel a little better about it now.
It's going to be a good time at Fred's.
No, I think it will be fun. The event will be from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m., so be sure to pop out if you're able to. The QR code is on the screen if you're watching online, but if not, make sure to check us out on Instagram where you can find the QR code. It will be $10 if you order the tickets through Line Leap and $15 at the door. So don't worry if you're kind of late and you might want to come and you're not sure if you can come, you could still show up and buy your ticket right there at Fred's, and it's 18 plus. So you're more than welcome to come if you're a college student.
Patricia, I gotta ask, what was your first Fred's experience? Was it packed? Was it like
It was
empty?
horrible. It was so horrible. I'm not going to lie. My cousins were here and Shaq was in town. So I was like, we're going to do it all this weekend and we're going to see Shaq before LSU plays Florida on Saturday.
I was there too.
Yes, and I felt sticky. I was like covering my drink because, you know, people are strange sometimes. Like you're just like crowded and people are moshing and like hitting you and you're like, how is this fun? I just didn't find it fun. And like some kid climbed up on the metal pole and just started swinging, like the bouncers trying to get him down, and it was crazy. But Shaq was really good.
Yeah, I remember going. I had to leave early because
for certain reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, undisclosed.
But I can understand where you're coming from.
David, was that you swinging on the pole? I
can't confirm nor deny that.
Well, at least Shaq kind of shouted you out. I know he was a little like, hey, forget about Florida. We're going to go out there and beat them. He really hyped up the crowd. It was worth the experience, but I was like, I'm never going to see
we are
Shaq
going to
again.
beat them.
And we
this
did.
Weekend.
You're right, and we're going to beat them again this weekend. So maybe we'll get to that with no sweat bets in a little bit. But
oh yeah, we are. Don't worry, we are.
You're right.
It's DJ Shaq Diesel. We're going to beat Florida.
Appreciate you, Big Diesel.
That was my cousin's like phrase for the whole entire weekend, just imitating Shaq because of that's all you could hear because it was so loud. Like you could only hear when he was like, we're gonna get Florida, all of that, like that's all. They just thought it was hilarious. You couldn't see him or anything because it was so crowded and we were so far back. But you could hear him just being like, oh, we can't stand Florida and all that.
That tells you how packed it was, though. If you couldn't see Shaq.
No, we couldn't.
You could just hear him.
You couldn't see Shaq.
You just heard his voice.
What, 7'1", like 350?
Yeah, my 3 cousins came down. 2 of them left. They went to the bathroom. There's no shot they were coming back. Me and my other cousin like snuck our way into the front for 3 hours. And then finally he was like, get on my shoulders. You could see him, and that was the only shot I had of seeing Shaq. Like when I'm on his shoulders, like and we're 6 feet tall, that was it. But it was well worth it. That made the night so much better once I could actually see him, and I got to see him perform. It was a really good time. But that was I was like, this is going to be my only appearance ever at Fred's. And now we got Battle of the Bands. So if you're not a partier like me, you can still pop out. I've done it, so you can do it too.
Part 2.
But David, let's move on because we have some things going on in student government. It's the last day for elections today, and we're going to talk about the 2 different student governments that are running and what their missions are for each group. So with that, we have Empower who is running, and they want students to be able to apply for 5 meal swipes per semester if they are in need. And also, Empower has a ticket of Work It Off program. They want to create a program that will allow students to complete community service to pay off some of their parking tickets. Along with that, they want some resources for women, and this is a program to expand knowledge and access to safe sex products. Along with that, they have a freshman leadership council that expands freshman leadership, Council to be open to all LSU students. And David, what can you tell us about Empower?
Well, I spoke to the person who's running for vice president, John Sweat, yesterday. Well, while he stopped by the Battle of the Bands table, and he kind of was talking about it. He said that one of the bills he recently passed is like next semester, all students will get Grammarly Plus for free. So I was like, that's interesting. It looks like they want to do some pretty unique things that could definitely help campus.
Yeah, for sure. And Energize is also having a scheduling process to make it more friendly for users when they're scheduling online, specifically making it more dyslexia friendly. Fonts for some students. Also, parking and transportation is another big one. They want to create a parking pass for students to give them more accessibility to park in other zones and just have fees to be included. Also, if you don't have a car, updating things like the Translock app. Along with that, they want to distribute promotional materials to on-campus residents in an attempt to raise awareness about safety. And finally, they want to create a peer mentoring program for first-generation college students along with out-of-state college students. So with that, just a reminder, if you are looking to vote for student government, that closes today. Yeah. So vote before you come to Battle of the Bands. That'd probably be best. Vote. Or you can vote at Battle of the Bands. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. If you want to vote, make sure you vote today.
They're all around like campus too, like posted up. They're talking about like their mission and what they want to do. So like if you have time, definitely listen to one of them, see who you like.
Right. I know that they were in Free Speech Alley a lot this week, so I did see them there. But David, there's also another competition that's going on here at LSU, a little more formal, you might say, as Miss LSU is happening, the pageant, on March 24th at 5 p.m. in the Student Union. And fun fact, one of the original hosts here of the Purple Room, Jillian Elliott, was a former Miss LSU.
We got some accomplishments in the Purple Room.
We do. Look at us. And David, with that, I know Adam has some questions that if we were a part of a pageant, how would we answer them?
All right, question number 1. If you were a crayon, what color crayon would you be?
I would be turquoise because the world is already 75% water. Water is blue, and then you look at the sky, it's blue. I feel like I can be one with nature if I am a turquoise crayon. And nature right now is so important, and we need to protect it and make sure that we're protecting our earth.
I would be black. I'm just black.
Care to explain?
I'm just black, so I just be black. I don't really want to put it to I'm just staying to what I know.
Fair.
All right.
I do like that answer though, Patricia. That got very pageanty. I do like your answer too, David. They're both very fair answers.
I was like, what would a pageant person want? This.
All right, we're gonna get into question number 2, and that is, what is your spirit animal?
Ooh.
Okay, the only reason I know this is because in 7th and 8th grade, me and my cousins were trying to find nicknames for each other. So I was a yellow fox and she was a pink dolphin. And to this day, she's still pink dolphin in my phone. And I am yellow fox. I don't know why. I took a quiz. It's yellow. It's fast. It can run. It can eat animals when it's hungry. That's like, I'm always hungry for knowledge. So, I'm like a yellow fox.
Wow. I'd say if I was to choose a spirit animal, my spirit animal would be, I gotta go with I never thought of it before. Something that my spirit, probably like a baby elephant.
Okay, why a baby?
Just smiling, walking, just enjoying life.
That's accurate.
I've never seen elephants not chilling, and I'm just always chill.
You are.
So,
I saw a clip on TikTok the other day of an elephant trying to flip over a safari truck.
He was chilling.
But was it a baby?
It was not.
See, that's why you put the emphasis on baby.
Exactly. Baby's just chilling.
Yeah, they don't know any better. And I feel like you are. You're always in a good mood. You're always happy. Yeah, baby elephant. Love the emphasis.
All right, last question that I have for y'all before we decide Miss Purple Room is, if there was a pizza that best described you and your personality, what pizza would it be?
Okay. I'm all over the place a lot, all right? I like to do different things. I like to wear different hats. So I would be rigatoni pizza. Hear me out. No, I'm sorry. Penny vodka pizza. Hear me out. I tried it one time. I was like, this is going to be disgusting. It was delicious. Penny vodka on the pizza. You cook it. And my cousin was like, this is the best thing ever. It really was the best thing ever. And it describes me because, again, I like to wear different hats. I'm always open to new ideas. And many people may be closed off to penny vodka pizza, but not me.
Okay. I like that. I'd say if I was to be a pizza, it'd be a custom-made pizza. So take 2 cheese pizza slices, right? Mm-hmm. Take a burger. Put the burger between the slices. Oh, cheeseburger. So get some American cheese too. Flip one pizza, kind of like roll it, kind of make it work. But I'd be a cheeseburger pizza.
The New York Yankees might be calling you to help them with their concession stands this summer.
They need me. Hey, give me a call.
Good idea.
Give me a call.
It's like, I feel like that's an MLB type meal where it's like, here's $40 and it's a burger with like 2 slices of pizza.
Well, listen, Yankees didn't get Shohei, but they can get me.
Right, exactly. And that's all they need.
That's
you know, you could be like the new George Costanza of the New York Yankees.
Let him know.
I don't know if you guys even know what that means, but it's a
Seinfeld
Seinfeld reference. But anyway, moving on. Speaking of Seinfeld, all of this Miss Pageant talk got me thinking about TV shows and movies specifically.
Wait, who's Miss
Oh,
Miss
Purple?
sorry,
Here's
who
what
was
we'll do.
elected?
If you're watching on YouTube, go in the comments. Let us know who won. On Spotify,
I hope I won.
On Spotify, we'll open up a poll. Go answer the poll. Let us know who you think won the pageant.
I gave some really good answers, guys. Like, I want world peace.
I
world
gave some
peace.
truthful answers. I want. I also want world peace.
Yeah, exactly.
I want happiness. I want good vibes.
Well, also speaking of pageant movies, we got Miss Congeniality. I don't know if you've ever watched that movie. It's with Sandra Bullock. One of the best lines I think in the movie is like, "What's your favorite date?" And the girl's like, April 25th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. All you need is a light sweater.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really just, also she was Miss New Jersey, Sandra Bullock in the movie, because she's really an FBI agent. And that just really put things into perspective for me. I was like, yes, Miss New Jersey. I love to see it. But that's a sick flick from a while ago. We're talking about 24 years. David, there's a new sick flick that's coming up. Would you like to tell us about it?
Sick flicks.
So, Quarterback, the production is made by Peyton Manning's production team. It covered the quarterbacks in season 1, like Patrick Mahomes and them. They're getting a season 2 called Receivers, and one of the receivers that they're covering is Justin Jefferson, LSU great, LSU hero. He was injured this season, so it'll be pretty cool to look at like a wide receiver bouncing back from an injury, especially because he's on the market. He's up for grabs right now, so that's a whole process to breaking up his organization. I think we're going to get some great insight on how it is to be a top NFL wide receiver.
Yeah, and I heard that they really had trouble getting some quarterbacks who wanted to be a part of it. I know they had asked Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts. Apparently they all turned it down.
Yeah,
but
they should.
But I think they're more private people, so I think that might counter into all of it, where it's like
most athletes, especially if you already have a name for yourself, they're not getting anything out of having a bunch of cameras following them around all day. Patrick Mahomes is trying to fix his PR right now because his brother
and his dad
is ruining
and his wife.
His dad just got arrested. It's ruining it. His wife hasn't been doing anything crazy, but she definitely was messing with his PR before. So he's trying to get his name out there. But like, what's that got to? He's facing a lawsuit right now. Nothing good would have came out of that. Jalen Hurts, he's Mr. Motivational
he's
guy.
Private.
He would never do that. I love Jalen Hurts, but he's just gonna like be talking in quotes the whole time, like the way is in the path, not the path in the way. Like
I don't know if you've ever watched a Jersey Shore, but Mike the Situation on there talks like that, and at some point I'm like, please stop with the motivational quotes. So I think Jalen Hurts would be like, I'm not satisfied with anything. He'll be like, oh, I just got a new car. The work continues. We have to keep working. But Justin Jefferson, I think he will be really fun, and he could really show his personality to everyone in the NFL that he was able to do at LSU. That obviously it's just different when you get to a professional level. No one knows you that personally. But I think that will be really awesome for him because I think he's funny, he's personable, he seems like a good person. So I can't wait to hear more about him. And also there's going to be some other faces, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown as well, and Devontae Adams. So there will be some notable NFL wide receivers here.
Hey, if Jay Jettis is there, they're definitely going to have Jamar Chase. They're boys.
You're right.
And then, they might, who knows, they might be playing together real soon. It might be LSU Part 2 in the NFL.
That would be amazing if everyone could stay healthy. But to wrap up the show today, let's get into No Sweat Bets. David, presented by Southern Air. David, what is your bet for this week? Just one of them.
No Sweat Bets.
LSU women's basketball is playing the first round of the NCAA tournament today, and they're going against Rice. Come on, Patricia. Come on. LSU's going to cover a 28.5 point spread. I think it's going to be fairly easy. Rice they have players. They're a solid team, but come on. We got to come out with some heat. We got to come out with some aggression, some passion. Guys, we just lost to South Carolina. All that happened. They just pushed Flaugier. They trying to act like they the good guys. No, I need to see bullies on that court today. I need to see them manhandling. Move, get out the way. I want to see a real gritty team.
You want anger.
I want anger, and I want them to destroy Rice. Set the tone for the rest of the tournament.
I like it.
Set the tone. Let everybody in the tournament know, we not playing. South Carolina, when we see you again, Cardoso, when I see you again, we balling. That's what they got to tell them.
Right.
That's the mood they got to set.
Well, there is a team that's seeing each other again today, and that's LSU and Florida in a rematch of the College World Series right here, Alex Box Stadium. Well, look, it's going to be at 7 o'clock. I think LSU, come on, let's be realistic here, David.
Coach, you need
They're
a picture?
going to take it away. Yes, please. Paul Skeens and David Bartholomew, get out there.
Ooh, get the shoulder warm. I don't know. I might. Right, I could probably go 96. Left, maybe
you can hit
left,
101.
not too far, 92.
Okay, you can hit 101. All right, I'm a lefty, so you can definitely put me out there.
Got a nasty
If I was
change
taller
up.
and a guy, I'd be in the MLB right now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm out of this.
So you need
college.
two more things. You say you need to be taller and a guy?
Well, yeah, because I can't be in the MLB. It will get there.
But you're short. That's a lower center of gravity. You can probably.
If I was 5'6". Okay, anyway, back to No Sweat Bets. Florida's at plus 160. LSU is minus 210. Come on. Big bro, little bro here. You got LSU. But so give me the Tigers. I have one more bet, though, to wrap this up. Yeah. And I need you all to stick with me here and just hear me out. And, David, I think you're going to appreciate this. LSU men's basketball lost to North Texas in the NIT this Tuesday, all right? There was about 60 fans there, all right? I showed up. The guy was like, good luck finding a seat. I had no problem finding a seat. It was a joke. No offense to men's basketball. All right, well, North Texas, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, is going to play Seton Hall. Seton Hall, number 1 in the NIT in New Jersey, if you're familiar, David. Okay, but hear me out.
Here comes Patricia, not being loyal.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Let me hear
Okay,
this.
number 1 Seton Hall, North Texas. Do you know who the head coach is for Seton Hall?
Who?
Do you remember Shaheen Holloway? No. You're like, who is that? Do you remember St. Peter's historic run 2 years ago when they went on to beat Purdue? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, guess who was the head coach?
He was the coach?
Yep, Shaheen Holloway, okay? Guess who was the 2022 best head coach hire, according to CBS Sports?
Holloway?
Yup. And guess who said, and David, I know you'll appreciate this, like I said, I got guys from New York City and New Jersey.
Okay.
Do you think we're scared of anything?
No, coach.
No, he's
You're not scared.
That's
Okay,
why.
coach.
Give me the Pirates, North Texas. Your run is over. I'm sorry, LSU. You're not going to face New Jersey, but North Texas is, and it's over. Okay?
Her loyalty is back, Adam. She's loyal again.
I lost my microphone and everything, but that's fine because I'm going all Pirates. No sweat bets.
I'm ready to run through a wall for
Me
coach.
too.
What?
Look, they're both at minus 110 right
on,
now.
coach.
I love him. He played at Seton Hall in college. He's making a mark on this team, and there's nothing North Texas can do about it.
Ooh, I wanted to. I'm angry at North Texas. Why did you drop my boys off, man?
Look, it happens, but it's all right. Seton Hall is going to take care of business. New Jersey is going to take care of business tomorrow for the LSU Tigers. My loyalty has always been there, Adam. It just takes a minute. But that's all we have for you today on the Purple Room. I'm sorry to leave you this hyped. If you're still feeling hyped and you want to run through a wall, come do it at Battle of the Bands tonight at Fred's. That's all we have for you today. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew. Thanks for hanging with us in the Purple Room, presented by Clutch City Cluckers, and we'll hang out with you again next week.
Why'd I do that?